Good evening to you all. It is my absolute honor and pleasure to join you all today as we commemorate World Peace Day. World peace is a state of freedom and happiness where nations and people harmoniously exist with one another. In fact, United Nations have consistently taken steps to achieve world peace through addressing the issues of human rights, technology, education, engineering, and medicine. Since 1945, the UN, through its member countries and the 5 permanent members of the Security Council, has promoted the use of nonviolence and used diplomacy as a means to end conflict through the years. Through its firm, resolved and persistent efforts, and it's succeeded in maintaining peace and security, in developing friendly relations among nations, in cooperating to solve international problems, and promoting respect for human rights, as well as to be a center in harmonizing actions of countries. Thank you. In fact, it might interest you to know the first meeting of UN's Security Council, which is tasked to keep peace, happened right here in the UK at Church House, Westminster. Similarly, Philippines renews its steadfast commitment and participation to the policy of peace, equality, justice, and amity with all nations. In June 10, 1942, our country has signed the UN Declaration drafted by Franklin Roosevelt and our very own UK Prime Minister, Winston Churchill. Since then, Filipinos have exemplified their involvement ranging from climate change, the rule of law, memberships in APEC and ASEAN, disarmament and non-proliferation to women, peace, human rights, and peacekeeping, and UN reform. Allow me to explain why we are a role model for peaceful relations. 1, Philippines is well known for building a climate-resilient economy, being one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world and having experienced the devastating impact of Super Typhoon Haiyan, the strongest typhoon to have made a landfall in recorded history. On maritime disputes with China, our longtime partner and neighbor, the Philippines has long placed its faith in the rules and institutions that the international community has created, and we continue to hope that we will finally obtain peaceful settlement. In 2015, Philippines played as a host to APEC with the theme, Building Inclusive Economies and Building a Better World. Given that 10% of our population live and work overseas, and I'm one of them, UN has recognized Philippines as a model of migration governance in which we focus on 2 important considerations. 1, migration must be a shared international responsibility, and 2, a migrant's human rights must be fully respected in all circumstances. Philippines has played a pivotal part in various peacekeeping missions in conflict-ridden areas such as Haiti, South Sudan, Somalia, and Congo, among many others. Philippines government have lent a helping hand by sending contingent troops, experts on mission, and staff officers to alleviate the plight of war-torn communities. We have, in fact, sent 200 military and police officers as a part of UN peacekeeping efforts. By providing basic security guarantees and responding to crisis, we have supported political transitions and helped buttress fragile new state institutions. All these initiatives have aided different countries in closing the chapter of conflict and opened a path to normalcy and development. As a proactive, responsible citizens of the Philippines, UK, and the rest of the world, we are called upon to contribute to such valiant and noble efforts. When we strive to find inner peace, through meditation, exercise even, we achieve balance in our lives and attain a positive disposition that we can share with others. By consciously eliminating prejudice in our day-to-day lives and in our interactions with people, we are able to celebrate the diversity of various cultures and identities. Through education and spreading awareness of having respect for fundamental human rights, and by donating to noteworthy, especially in communities ravaged by conflict, we can all help maintain peace and harmony in our midst. Our simple acts of kindness every day create a ripple effect that inspires others to do the same. May all our actions be founded on a profound appreciation for inclusiveness and mutual respect. As we stand side by side with community of nations, let us work in solidarity with other countries, regardless of religious beliefs, cultures, national identities, or systems of governance, to uplift the lives of less privileged fellow men and to celebrate the nobility and innate goodness of human spirit. Thank you and mabuhay.